Okay, thank you, Michael. Let me start. EcoScreen and beyond. So, I would like to present our company, our products, and some plans for future developments. Our company is a leading software provider for film digitizer in NDT. We have sold 300 plus licenses in 30 countries starting from 2013. Key customers are Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Fujifilm, Transneft, and there are much more key and not key customers, but we have a lot. We have currently we distribute our software through two companies, Reprotech and Infrared, covering EMEA and Asia correspondingly. And we have GNB, like a global marketing service provider, helping us to position the products correctly.
Pavel, can I just add a few
please.
So sure. This is one of the most asked questions, because it's a real super niche market with a super niche customer base. The solutions we are talking about, NDT film scanning, we are coming from VIDAR, now moving on to a different business model. But the logos you show here, these systems are with, I would say, at least here in the United States, with all primes installed. So you have it installed everywhere. There are, at least from our side, 500 systems out in the field, I would say, with every prestigious organization. But it's simply unknown because it's a really niche market and no one talks about, really. Yeah. So if some of the audience has a specific question or needs a specific regional reference, please let me know. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Next, I would like to introduce the product. Some audience, they know EcoScreen, but yeah, majority, I guess, they don't. So EcoScreen is a film digitizing software with simple and robust user interface, flexible and easy maintainable. One of key features is easy integration with new equipment. And the most important, and from the point of Industry 4.0, it's fully DICOM-D compliant. So we support DICOM-D send, DICOM-D query, retrieve, worklist, everything what exists in the DICOM-D standard. It's integrated already. We have a new version called EcoScreen version 3. Releasing this quarter. It has a few tools not existed in the old versions. Our majority customers, they use the version 1.6, not 2 or even, and of course 3. So we added IQI, SNR, CNR in 2019 for DR business, but also we have something under current development like OCR to reorganize writing on the films and saving to the database. The new EcoScreen integrates more equipment than the old version, mainly presented on the market. It integrates DR panels, up to 6 different vendors, X-ray generators like Excelon or Balto. We have array Microtech digitizers, film digitizers integrated already in the new version. We have some exotic equipment like global positions, sensor integrated scanning robots, yeah, etc. We have more scan bar for scanning, etc. I should focus on fact that the new version number 3 integrates all film digitizers existing in the market. It's wider what we have from the past, but also Array and Microtech. We have a special budget solution for customers who doesn't need to be 100% DICOM compliant inside in the storage part, and who needs something touch screen friendly with simplified interface with less buttons and features, what you can find in the main EcoScreen software. It's called Excan. It's what I said, a simplified scan client application, touchscreen friendly. It has a good benefit what we cannot support with DICOM standard. It stores data in 100% flexible folder structure, not limited by DICOM standards. So you can find any, you can add any terms, any hierarchy level to your data would be component job like in the DICOM standard, as well as something fit in your company structure like car, train, drawing, box, everything. So we can change this structure highly flexibly. It saves data in TIFF files, not DICOM, but you can export into DICOM or send. So it's DICOM compliant in the export. Yeah, and our main current focus in doing business is Industry 4.0 topics, and the main part on the edge is how to store data in DICOM format, and how to communicate in exchange data between different vendors using the DICOM standard. So our main concern and focus is a new product called PACS. This is a DICOM compliant image archiving and communication system for NDT with a few key features: clustering, scalability, security, what we have in what we get from the last DICOM edition, TLS 1.2, what we call military grade. Never mind what it means. It's cross-platform. It can run on. It's hardware agnostic, so it can run on premise servers inside NAS on a cloud node. It's cross-platform, Windows, Linux, macOS, something else inside NAS. It can be managed in the web portal. So you see on the bottom, this is a screenshot of PACS when you can manipulate with data and navigate through stored data using a web portal. This product fits the standard and full DICOM workflow. So it can acquire images from digitizing workstation of any vendor, DICOM compliant vendor. It can store images, reports in primary or secondary NAS. It can deliver images, reports to review and viewing workstations. And at the end, we have something what not all DICOM compliant vendors provide. We can dispatch jobs using DICOM standard on managing workstation. I can show it in a better way using Overflow. Yeah, this chart. So this is a typical NDT lab, fully digitized. On the left, you see a full Dicon D digitizing workstation, would be Rhythm, would be Industrix, would be DT PACS, would be Excan. Yeah, so it would be a workstation connected to X-ray detector, GR, late, film digitizer, CR, some exotic hardware like photo camera or RFID scanner. It could control X-ray generator when using X-ray detector. And in the end, we have data acquired here inside this inside this imaging workstation. Then it should send data to the server, to XPACS, where we have Dicon D services and underlying database. Images store on short term inside the server, but then they go to RAID, to storage with RAID inside. Would be usually customers would like to have full copy for hot swapping. And we have the third place is managing workstation dispatching jobs through Dicon D worklist using XPACS. And we have viewing workstation number 4 with same or different Dicon D imaging software. So it would be, for instance, Rhythm review here and vendor specific software here, there. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Now I go to the some kind of extension of NDT lab, digitized lab, what we call NDT automation. This is a smart automation system for environment safety control. This is a software running on cross-platform this industrial PC with web portal, checking and controlling industrial devices, providing safety and environment control. Let me go to a study case. This is a sample case where we have a server with controlling software and web portal over it, and it can get information from sensors, safety and environment sensor, then start some actuating devices, getting data from dosimetry, environment, security, etc. But everything should be certified in your country, so we don't use some without certification. So we just add these sensors, actuators together, and to provide logic to control your NDT laboratory. Okay, I want to skip this slide. Okay, and I'm in the last slide. We want to continue this event with a dedicated NDT PACS meeting on June 30. So please participate, everyone who wants to do. We want to establish peer-to-peer meetings for our distributors. We would like to publish EcoScreen version 3 demo version for sure for your evaluation. So yeah, you can evaluate with your DR or with some emulator. And in the end, I would like to say thanks to GNB, and please follow GNB YouTube channel. You can see the URL in below.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pavel. I already passed around the YouTube channel address because I forgot. Yeah, anyway, let's have a Q&A for your part of the Iberisoft software. And I would like to give everyone the chance to find or send us questions for Pavel. It is correct that we will have a spin-off or online presentation on the 30th, as you said, and we will be inviting everyone to this session with more details as it becomes available.
Okay, so I see some topics in Q&A. Are we going to Q&A, yeah?
Yeah, please go ahead. If you find, you're referring to the chat, right?
Yeah, chat, yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So I see something from Rick Robichaud. You can find difference film chat personification. Is it a question to me or to Dr. Chappell? Sorry.
Well, I would say it's more a statement that
sorry.
Reference to film digitization personnel in that section he's referring to. Thank you.
Okay, got it. So there is no more questions.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of questions will pop up after the events and we can be contacted then. Okay, thank you very much, Pavel. If you could stop your screen share. Then let me, let's continue to have the third presenter, Ahmed. If you could, let me switch and make you co-host.
Thank you.